أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر.
The concept would be in the way we're born Muslim, okay? But the parents can change to whatever religion they have or they see as having being their own faith. And you know, that and the fact that when you grow up older, you know, you're not aware of this, you're not informed about this, you know, that that they're probably ignorant and don't know the family. Like a parent doesn't know that that's what the case is. But in Islam, that's what it is, you know, that you are born Muslim.
I'm thinking of Sheikh Abu Yunus. Sheikh Abu Yunus, did I tell you his wife?
Jesus Christ was a prophet, like he was the same as Muhammad, like he was the same as Abraham, he was the same as Moses. Like, I mean, we do accept them, we expect, you know, where within Christianity there were only Moses and Jesus, Joseph, Mary, you know, and all the apostles, and Muhammad was never mentioned.
Nobody speaks about an iPhone 3. Everybody speaks about iPhone 5 or iPhone 4. Nobody would ever say, oh yeah, the iPhone 3, you know, nobody would talk about that. We believe that all of the prophets came for the same reason. The only reason they were sent here was to guide us to God's path and to what God wants us to do in life. So we believe that Jesus came for a message for his people at his time. And then Muhammad, he came to finalize the message and to get the final word out. So there is no distinction between the two. Neither of them were better than any of the others, but is that Muhammad is the last. But even in the Quran, Moses is the most mentioned prophet. But yesterday here in Dublin, there was a massive demonstration, hundreds of thousands of people saying that women have no right to choose what they do with their body. They're not allowed to have an abortion. So if Islam tells women to cover, just to dress a certain way, that's oppressive, but literally forcing them to have no choice in what they do with their body is okay. For me, that's a hypocrisy, and that's abuse of women. If my wife wants to cover her face when she walks through the street, who am I to tell her no? You know, oh no, it's only when you take clothes off that you're a liberated woman. When you put them on, you're not a liberated woman, you're not free, you know? You have to take them off, you have to show your hair, because if you don't have nice hair, you haven't bought the right shampoo. So here, buy this right shampoo. Oh, your hair isn't nice? You haven't gone to the right hairdresser. Yeah? You haven't got nice tight fitting clothes? You haven't bought the right clothes. Yeah, all of the main fashion designers in the world, all of the main hairstylists in the world, all men. So even if they say, oh no, I'm a liberated woman, I wear what I want, she buys clothes designed by a man. It's a glaring hypocrisy that it's so obvious that people ignore it and they can't see it. I know, and I've heard, and we've all heard stories here in Ireland of people being arrested and put in prison for being members of the IRA because it's a terrorist organization. I have never heard of anyone in the world ever being arrested for being a member of Al-Qaeda. It's only after that person is dead or after they've been arrested that they go, oh yeah, and links to Al-Qaeda. It's an imaginary story that they tell. It's like if you have children, you put them into bed. If you want to keep them in bed, you tell them there's a monster under the bed. You know, if you want to keep them their legs in the bed, tell them if they put their legs down, the monster will eat their legs. This is what they do now. This is what they do with adult human beings. They say no, don't look outside. Outside there's terrorists everywhere. Al-Qaeda's everywhere. Huh? When nobody has ever actually been arrested for being a member of Al-Qaeda. Some Muslims, like a group over in the UK, Al-Muhajirun, they are famous for saying, oh yeah, 9/11 was a great thing. And so many people became Muslim after 9/11, it was a great thing, it was a great thing. In terms of reality, you know, it was kind of, you know, publicity, but it doesn't matter. More than 3,000 innocent people died. If you, in the Quran, God says if you kill one innocent person, just one innocent person, it's the exact same as if you've murdered all of mankind. It's the exact same. It's the exact same weight. Just one person. So if your last act on earth is to kill 3,500 innocent people in their home, on their soil, that's your last act on earth. As a Muslim, you shouldn't take that risk. You should stay away from things. If we don't know if it's halal or haram, if it's permissible or forbidden, you stay away from it. If it's a grey area, Islam is a religion of grey area. It's not very black and white. There's very few things that are black and white, forbidden and allowed. Very few things. It's a religion of a grey area, and you should stay away from these grey areas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if that's your last act on earth, as a Muslim, you shouldn't take that risk. You shouldn't take it. Like the people in Iraq, in Baghdad, when they go and they blow themselves up. Suicide is not allowed.
Allahu Akbar.
It's just the last resort. If you have no weapons, you have no training, you have nowhere to go, all of your family have been killed, murdered, you have nothing to do, and then some man goes, oh here, just take this and you can at least kill 3 or 4 of them. You know, you will kill at least 1 or 2 of them. It's a last resort, it's desperation. Look, in Palestine, in Gaza, there was one man that they wanted to kill, Abdullah al-Saleh, in Gaza. They wanted to kill him. The Israelis wanted to assassinate him. They dropped a 1.5 ton bomb on his apartment block. A 1.5 ton bomb. There was 3 apartment blocks. His one was in the center. It was completely destroyed. Yeah, and on either side, all of the windows of either side were completely shattered. There was damage, structural damage done to these buildings on either side. For one man. They killed 17 other women and 13 other children inside that one block. Nobody ever calls that terrorism. Nobody ever calls it. But when a Palestinian goes, okay, well, they've taken my wife, they've taken my children, they've taken my mother, my father, my brothers, my cousins, my own, they've taken everybody. Yeah, I have nothing to do. I can't go and get a gun. What am I going to do? Fight them? How am I going to fight a tank? I only have my body. I'll use that. That's sad. said. Jihad means to put out effort, to make an effort, to strive in an effort. So here in Ireland, the sun rises so early, and as Muslims we have to pray when the sun comes up, right? So you have to wake up at 3 a.m. to pray. That's hard. You know, that's hard. Now Ramadan in a few days' time is going to be about 18, 19 hours for the first day. That's hard. That's an effort. That's a lot of effort. That's jihad.
How did the adrenaline's down?
I'll be honest, I don't have a life.
Oh, everyone.
We live free, bro. I don't want to be in a situation where
Screw the rules.
I know, that's what I'm doing, bro.
And he just recorded.
You just recorded all that, yeah.
Don't go to the front of the
You got his
Take it
plates,
over.
right? You got the plate, yeah? Awesome. Alright, so like.
Very good.
حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على